Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Rad here, and tonight's I would like to think fan favorite and my favorite as well. It's going to be what we do need to know right now, especially after the lunar transit. So if you had paid attention to the thumbnail, let me get my coffee first from the coffee machine. All right, cheers. By the way. If you had paid attention to the thumbnail, you would have saw three cards, which are as a follow. The first one, pull the camera preview here. First one, Two of Wands. Okay. The second one, that will be the Four of Swords. And the third card we have, that is the Ace of Pentacles. That is how the elemental dignity stand. Okay, these are the three cards for the collective of what we all kind of should be aware of. And long story short, with those three cards, a couple of things that we do have. Just hold on a second. Okay, so a couple of things that we should be aware of. It is that things are gonna get along, right? Things are gonna our endeavors are gonna carry on. And for what those cards are promising, it is without too much of a trouble. Okay. We are going to get a satisfiable result for us, whether in our career, whether in our relationship. It's just what we're doing. It's the right things for us to do. That is something that we need to know, and not just only for us, but also for our situations. However, from the other side, that we do have the Ace of Pentacles, that kind of shows that the whole thing will require a little bit more effort, which doesn't mean trouble, right? So that is something that I want to differentiate here, is that things are going to carry on without too much of a trouble. In fact, it shouldn't have almost any trouble whatsoever. It's going to take a little bit more of an investment and an effort from our side. So we should buckle up, prepare, and not discourage. That is important, because some of us may find it a bit more appealing to talk it out, to talk ourselves out of it, if that makes sense. And the last thing that as a collective we should be aware of as well is that we do have an amazing qualities, and right now somewhere around us those qualities are on a demand, and therefore we should make a really good job into selling ourselves, whether selling ourselves as a person or as a professional, or as a friend or as a lover, whatever the case. That is something we should strive for. So Taco, thank you for the 1777 US dollars super chat support. Thank you, Taco, and as well, Yasmin. Thank you for your super chat support as well. 20 US dollars, which is a PayPal through PayPal. Thank you, Yasmin. So both of you, at the end of the stream, you're going to have your personalized reading for what you need to know right now. Right. Before I start, a couple of notes about the show. So there are going to be 12 readings now, one for each star sign, dedicated for each star sign. The reading is going to be Elemental Dignity, which is a combination of three cards. The message is cumulative from them. So just because you do see, for example, 10 of Swords showing up, that doesn't mean something bad, all right? At least not by definition. Of course, if we do have Pentacle next to it, or an Earth card, it is a bad thing, right? But should we not? Bottom line is that don't make your own conclusions if you don't know them, the elemental dignities. Another thing is that these are readings for the star signs, so they are going to affect you to a certain extent, but they're not an answer to your personal question unless you are extremely into your star sign, right? Which very few of us are. And for a personal reading, you can always go to my website, which link you're going to find in the description down below. Don't be shy to share and also like the stream if you do. And as well, if you do wish to support us, you can do through Super Chat or a PayPal. And every single support is going to get a reading at the end of the stream. Should the support has no inquiry with it, the reading is going to be about the topic, aka what do you need to know right now, personally, you. So with that being said, going forward with the first star sign that I'm going to read for, that is going to be Aries. So let me put my cards back and do a shuffling and see what you Aries have to be concerned or happy about. First one, it is Three of Wands. Hello, Jasmine. Then we do have the King of Wands. And the last one, that will be the Queen of Pentacles. All right, first thing it is that in the next few days, you may experience a little bit more demand, as we do have those cards. For example, your boss, your supervisor will have bigger hopes for you, therefore a little bit of a bigger demands for you. So don't be surprised if you are given a greater and as well a bigger task, and that is for a reason to be tested. All right, so that is something you need to know, that you are to be tested. Do you worth, not exactly do you worth, but can you stand up to the challenge? For what we do have here in those cards, it is that you are to be prepped to see, can you grow within the environment that you are, suffice to say, prepared for, right? Or can you stand up or stood next to, stay next to a person that can grow you? So that is something that you need to know. And if you are concerned why that's the case, well, it does seem that you have accomplished the patterns necessary. So you have met the expectations. That is the bigger thing that you need to know right now. And therefore, if those cards are to be believed, expect to be approached very, very soon. Okay. Jasmine, thank you for the 20 US dollars super chat support. Thank you, Jasmine. And Karen, thank you for the 3 US dollars for me, and as well 3 US dollars for Pisces Moonbeam. Let me guys put us all into the list. I'm telling you, Karen, one day, just one day, you are gonna marry me for someone. All right, moving next. That will be Taurus. Thank you, Karen, for another $6. Thank you. Let me put you into the list. All right, five of wands, Taurus, followed by the World. Then what we have is going to be the Three of Pentacles. These three. I don't know why you're trying so hard. No harm done, Karen. I'm just, kidding. it will be nice to share thy life with someone. Nancy, thank you for the 20 US dollars super chat. No, thank you, Nancy. Make sure that you do stay by the end of the stream. You will have your personalized reading for what you need to know right now, this moment. All right, back to Taurus. We do have here a confirmation that despite these circumstances and what you have been fed, it seems that you are also right. And I'm saying also with a huge highlight, because the other side is also right. Or if we do look at the situation right now, the development, the unfoldment, the breakthrough, if you will, it's anyone's guess. And as much as you know the other side's method can work, yours also can work. So what you need to know is that right now you do have a choice to make, whether cave in and agree to the conditions and be involved in a cooperation, which by the way is going to be fruitful, or move forward alone and do it your way. So the choice is pretty much yours, but what you need to know is that you do have a choice. And something a little bit more personal that is within the cards is that what you need to know on a personal level is that things doesn't have to end here, but in order to make a turnaround, you gotta do it yourself. Can't rely on anyone else. Okay, so next, that will be Gemini. Well, it isn't the right person, just separate. Queen of Wands for Gemini. Six of Swords. The Death card. Those three. So let me see the Pisces Moonbeams inquiry. Oh, so she doesn't want a reading. Well, you mean that everything is okay with you? That's seldom. I'm just kidding. Okay. All right. If those cards are to be believed, Gemini, this is a confirmation that your sense is pretty much spot on. And let me try to elaborate here. Should those cards be right, you do have some kind of a sense of how to prevail. That is literally what they say. How to prevail, how to get the upper hand over one person or another, or over one situation and another. And according to these cards, although the sense you do have, the astute sense that you do have, kind of seems far-fetched, right? And kind of seems, even, it may feel unfathomable. It's a nice line of work, and if those cards are to be believed, it will and can work. It can and it will work. So it's something that you should need to know is to believe in your capabilities, that you can make that, for the lack of better word, I'm going to use the word transition, although it's not exactly a transition, it's more like a traversal. You are sitting on a threshold doing something you haven't thought you are about to, but that is going to be the difference in between you start manifesting whatever goal or target or dream you have, already sitting on a one place. So the choice is yours, and that's a threshold. One way or another, you will have to traverse, and now the circumstances are about right for you to do so. That is something you need to know. And also, it does look like that you are also going to be, at least for the next few days, for that is the time frame, more attractive than usual. So don't be surprised if you do drag a little bit more attention than usual towards yourself. All right, next, that will be Cancer. Yeah, that was just a joke. The Magician, the Lovers, Seven of Swords, it's these cards do speak about a maneuver that you are either taking right now, making it right now, or you are about to. A very successful one, very successful maneuver, but also is going to be attached to, for lack of a better word, I'm going to say sacrifice. Taking one thing over another, if that can be qualified as a sacrifice. Because something you should need to know, and I'm sorry that these cards are breaking it to you, but you just can't have everything, okay? Especially when it comes to negotiations, and carry on in a collective, because most likely that is what we're talking about here. There has to be something for the other side as well, right? Something that kind of like obliges to their preferences and as well to their needs and to their views, whether it's about relationship or whether it's about a business. And we're talking here about getting into a relationship, whether a friendship relationship or business relationship or a intimate one, while in the same time you and the other side maintains their sovereignty. So they are exactly who they are, and you know you should find a way, and you will find a way to love them for it. Same thing from the other side towards you. So that is the thing that you should know about, that whatever you do have in front of you definitely can fit into your agenda. It's just, you know, you gotta allow it to have their own way alongside with yours. All right, next, that will be Leo. Seven of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, first of all, big independence. Is about to be bestowed upon you one way or another, whether through, for example, that is just for example, okay, whether through finishing up alone, whether through being given certain power, certain position, but it does look like that you are about to have yourself unleashed, unshackled. That's one thing. Another thing that you should be aware of, actually there are a couple more things. Now, the second one is that most likely in the next few days, someone from your past is to strive to make a connection with you. What type of and what for, that depends on the situation and how you ended up with that person, whether on the right or the wrong foot, okay? And whether you will allow that to carry on or not, it's entirely up to you to decide. Like Pisces Moonbeam said, yeah, I mean, an ex may come back into your life, may try to come back into your life, but you may not allow them to do so. So it's entirely up to you. You don't have to take it, right? That is something you should be aware of. And the last one, for some of you, it may kind of sound unbelievable, but Seven of Cups is kind of unbelievable card. Around yourself, you do have all the blessings necessary in order to make yourself happy. So if you aren't, just take a look around and see actually how blessed you are with the friendships you have, with the place you have, you know, with the job you have, with the children you have, and so on and so forth. All right, next, that will be Virgo. King of Cups, Three of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Very quickly, it's a pretty short read for you. Despite your insignificance, not insignificance, oh my god, it's insecurities, I'm sorry about that. Despite your insecurities, and it's not lack of confidence, it's lack of more like self-belief, okay? So despite your insecurities and lack of self-belief, you are gonna get the offer. That is something you need to know. So within the next couple of days to a week, there is a proposal coming your way that if you think about carefully, there will be no need for you to pretty much, and reason, in fact, for you to deny it. And why do you need to think about it? Well, because taking it on will require from you to change certain lifestyles of yourself, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to be part of it, okay? And for that reason, most of you are going to face it firsthand with kind of like skepticism, even some of you with resentment. But should you allow yourself to sleep on it, you will see that actually that is a really damn good proposal. Whether a job offer, a proposition for a friendship, partnership, intimacy, whatever the case. Okay, it's very important when you do get an offer next week, whatever that offer is, no matter how insignificant it does look like, right? Sleep on it, because you will see no reason to deny it whatsoever. Mattia, thank you for the $20 PayPal support. Thank you, Mattia. At the end of the stream, you're going to have your personalized read. All right, next, that will be Libra. Now I'm a bit sleepy, Mattia, thank you. But kind of understandable. 3:24 a.m. here, so. But I will powerhouse through it. All right. 10 of Pentacles for Libra. With the Knights of Cups. Thank you. I don't think it is nice. I don't know why you find the haircuts I do find ridiculous nice, but it's nice that someone actually finds me nice with those haircuts. I don't know. I never like myself with the hair that I have after a haircut. It does need a few weeks to grow, and then I like myself. I don't know. So these are the cards. For you, Libra, and despite the efforts that you will have to put, because those cards are showing that next few days to a week, the whole endeavors that you are to be invested into will require a lot of dedication and as well work in order to move forward. But despite that particular requirement, things are gonna get easy on you in a sense of that you are not gonna face too much of a opposition, if any, whatsoever. And even if there are rivalries out there, okay, even if there are enemies that you do have, I'm going to say it that way, okay, these people or these organizations, because this could be an organization as well, going to have a very, very hard time to find a line of attack. So something you need to know that at least for the next few days, your enterprises should be safe, okay? And actually they should find themselves in the enterprises, I mean, in a really, really nice and comfortable spot, and you alongside with them. So it's very advisable for you, Libra, next few days to truly roll up your sleeves and start working toward what you really want to do with your job, with your children, for example, with your love life and all these kind of things. For there is the exterior influence. The people around you will have a very, very hard time influencing that. And what was I about to say? Oh yeah, but on the other hand, you alone are gonna have a bit harder time to take on a new opportunities, or rather like to scope the moment, if you know what I mean. Hello Ella, long time no see. Glad to have you around tonight. All right, next, that will be Scorpio. Ten of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. Judgment. I don't know what these cards are referring to, okay, but what we need to know it is that our hand is to be forced, and we just can't do anything about it. It's just it more looks like a being a victim of the circumstances than anything else. Okay, I'm gonna say it that way. Don't get to decide what's gonna happen. We do, though, however, have the say of how is going to happen. Okay, so expect next few days to a week a very important event for us to take place that should be a game changer in one or another field in our life. Okay, that will actually present us with a certain direction that we don't have we don't have a say of not taking it, but again we do have a say of how we are going to take. So there is a path that we are definitely going to take, but how we are going to walk it, It's entirely up to us, right? But the very least, we now are gonna know how we fit in the grand scheme of things. That is also something that's gonna happen and we'll become aware of. But yeah, our hand is gonna be forced for one thing or another. All right, Sagittarius. Ten of Swords for Sagittarius as well. The Wheel of Fortune. Queen of Wands. Those three cards. And thank you, Ella, for the $9.99. Thank you. The end of the stream, you're going to have your personalized reading of what you need to know at this moment. So imagine you do have a pitch, whether for a business, you know, whether for a personal relationship. That pitch could be about everything. And okay, I'm going to give that example. And within the next few days, you do find an investor interested, within the pitch you're selling. Whether that is emotional investor, like someone that's kind of like likes you and, you know, it's willing to offer you what you need in terms of intimacy, or it's a business investor that likes your idea, whatever pitch you have, and they're going to give you an offer, really good offer, but it's going to be take it or leave it right now. You gotta make your choice right now. You say no, it's no forever. You close that door forever, okay? You say yes, you can't walk away just because you don't like the circumstances at a certain point moving forward. So that will be something you need to know, that your choice within the next couple of days to a week will determine how good your future will change, or how well your future will be in the future. It's definitely moving forward, definitely is going to be better than now, because the very least you will realize that whatever pitch you have, it's a good thing. How good though, and how well you will be able to cash in on it, figuratively speaking, entirely up to you. For what it's worth, these cards are advising all of us, and I'm saying us because I do have a big stellium there, so it's going to affect me, to take it. Ella, I can't unfortunately help you within this department. I'm sorry. Tarot doesn't have that design. But your cat has my niece's name. My niece is also called Ruby. But is that the first time it's running away? Because if it is not, you should know that cats, they always come back. If nothing happens to them, they always come back. They get very attached to the place they live, and they always come back. In fact, I do not know a person who has a cat who didn't run away and didn't come back afterwards. Okay. The problem is that they come back with a bunch of diseases, you know, some of them come back pregnant. So whenever it comes back, and they usually, it could take a month before they come back. So it takes time. It's not about a day or two. It's about a week to a couple of weeks. So I'm crossing my fingers for it. But the cat should come back. All right, Capricorn next. And the first card, that will be the moon. Followed by the strength. Then will be the two of wands. No, I can't tell you that. Because it's a decision. It kind of sounds stupid, but it's the cat's decision, and Tarot can't make decisions for anyone. Oh, it should come back by a month. Okay, it should come back by a month. So if, like I say, not happen to it. And that's one reason why I do not take pet. Because I'm sorry to say it, but it's a liability. At the end of the day, that's the truth. They are a liability. It's a nice, loving thing, right? You have a source of happiness from it, but at the end of the day, it's bound to crush your heart one day. Because if you want a pet who is going to outlive you, well, then you better buy a condor. It's a bird who lives, I think, average lifespan 120 years, so guarantee it will outlive you. That's a very good idea, by the way. All right, for Capricorn, again, those three cards, a couple of things, Capricorns. First of all, for what those cards are showing, the things that are of your hand. Okay, so it doesn't look like that within the next couple of days, a few days to a week, you have much of a say about your marriage, say about your business, and all these things that do matter for you. For it does look like that's currently whatever choices had to be made that did matter, they have been already made, and now the ball is rolling in regards to the choices and the actions that have been made. And because you don't have a say, and it will pretty much feel like you have lost complete control over the train here, you are gonna freak the heck out of it. Okay, you're gonna freak the heck out of it. So you have a very, very hard time maintaining your emotional stability, for lack of a better expression. And even worse, you may even find very, very hard to move forward with one thing or another. Just so you know, again, that it's not up to you to decide whether you move forward or not. That thing is moving you forward without you even knowing it. So rest assured here, you are on the right track, even if it doesn't seem so. That is what you need to know. Aquarius. Oh, well, the coyotes, they cannot climb trees. Don't worry, cats. I never saw a dog killing a cat. Okay, they just can't catch it. They just can't catch it. So don't worry about that. Cats, they are one of the most resourceful creatures and survivalists on top of that. Yeah, they climb trees, they wriggle themselves in a tiny gaps. So they are survivalists. I never saw a dog killing a cat unless the cat is incapacitated in a certain way. They just can't outrun it. They cannot. They're just not as agile as the cat. They can't jump as much. The cats jump unbelievably high, right? And the cats climb. The dog can't. The only thing the dog can do and the cat can't, it's swimming. All right, Aquarius, Page of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. I'm a bit torn here where this thing is leading to for Aquarius. Thank you, Yalabi Magic, for the $20 support. Thank you. Let me put you into the list. All right. So again, a bit thorn of how these cards are going to manifest for Aquarius, because on one hand, we do have a message here within them that's for us, the Aquarius, someone is going to prove themselves being a super good friend in the next few days to a week. It's just we are going to have a need of emotional support, and that individual is going to be at the right time, at the right place in order to provide it unconditionally, all right? And on top of that, that person is going to have a huge sense of being discreet, right? So rest assured, we are just going to feel it that our intimacy, or rather like our intimate information that we're going to give in terms of sharing, is sound and safe. And on top of that, that is an individual who definitely understands what we're going through, even if they never had experienced it. But also there is a potential for romance as well. So that could be also a person who, through the emotional support, kind of we do see each other as a something more. Whatever the case, this interaction that we are going to have in the next week, it does worth exploring, right? It definitely worth that it's dedication required, and as well exploring. But in order to get it into the next level, what we should be aware of it is that we cannot do it as we are right now. So it does look like that we need to make certain re-evaluations of the way we handle those things, of our style, the way we handle those things. I do apologize for that. So that will be the hard part overall. To to see that individual in a different light, to allow ourselves to believe that something more can happen out of it. That is what we Aquarius should know about the upcoming days. I'm saying we because I am rising Aquarius, for those of you who doesn't know. Well, I'm glad that I did that, but I just said what I know, right? The truth, because I also love cats. I also love cats, and I know that even in a quarrel, in a commotion, most dogs don't stand a chance against the cat. Like I said, the cat is way more agile, and what the cat do is throw itself on the dog's face and start scratching and gouging out their ears, and the dog doesn't have a way to protect their ears, their eyes, I'm sorry, not ears but eyes. Okay, so they don't have a way to protect their eyes, and that's the way the cat wins, basically, in a commotion in between them. Unless it's a fighting breed like a pit bull, for example, because you know they are more agile than the cat, those dogs. But for example, German Shepherd doesn't stand a chance. Coyote doesn't stand a chance. I'm sorry, a chance. All right, Pisces. Uh, the Hermit. Four of Cups. Four of Pentacles. It's pretty simple for you guys. You're about to see a light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know what kind of a dark tunnel you're going through. Maybe a breakup, right? Maybe some kind of a really nasty scene or a unsatisfiable situation, whatever the case. Those cards are speaking that you are about to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And what light that is going to be, you may ask? Well, it goes like that. Something more to fight for. Something more that it's important for you and essential for your well-being, actually is essential for the stability and the security of your future. Therefore, the very least, you are about to realize and see that not everything had been lost and there is still a chance for a salvaging of, say, your love life, of, say, your marriage, of, say, your business. So it isn't over yet. That is what you need to know. All right. So that was for the 12 star signs. Now going forward with the super chat. All right, first, Yasmin. All right, Yasmin. Those are your cards. And what we do have for you and what you should be aware of it is that you should not give up and actually invest a bit more in a relationship or an interaction you do have with a man that had disappointed you. But the bottom line is that you don't know why. You don't have the full picture. You don't have the full story. And for that reason, you should not kind of like at least currently put a wall in between you two, put a boundary. Okay. I don't know who they fixate, who the cards fixate, who are they referring to, but it's definitely a man. Okay, it's a male, and it seems that person disappointed you recently, whether with their actions or whether with something they said. But that was kind of like forced in a sense of that if they could have it another other way around, they would, right? So it's a temporary thing. That's my point. And so you shouldn't give up on the idea to have, for example, business together or to go out together and all these kind of things. All right, so that is something you should need to know about. Or just maintain relationship, for example, whether it's a family relationship or a friendship, etc. All right, next, Jasmine. You're welcome, Pisces Moonbeam. All right, Jasmine, whether that is going to be a job offer or a business proposal we do have here, that is going to go a little bit out of character. So that is going to be whether a job offer, business proposal. It could be as well an offer for a promotion, something like that. It's just we do have a line of contract here, okay? A line of contract that is going to be a little bit out of your belief, for a lack of a better word. So that's not going to be something you will immediately believe into. But definitely it offers a new line of career growth. And it's what you need to know is that it does worth its consideration. It's very likely to happen via a phone call. Okay, you're to be called, It could be through social media as well, but it is less likely. And pretty much offered the position, offered the job. It just offered a certain line of contract. It could be also a revisiting your current one with a bigger, with a wider range of capabilities and as well tendencies. So I can't give you a guidance whether you should take it or not, but definitely you should consider it as a new line of career growth. And if you do want to change your career, okay, that's the line of work you take. If you are happy where you are, then obviously, you don't take it. So that is what you should be aware of. If you already had that proposal, then obviously it's time for you to make a choice. All right, next, that will be Nancy. Nancy, are you working? Do you have a job? It's important for me to know. Okay. It does look like that some kind of a business trip, business travel is cooking up for you. And it is happening. We do have those 3 cards. Okay, it is happening, some kind of a, business trip that will have a profound results and how can I put it into words? Establishment for your career and as well for your line of work. That's a particular business trip. It could be as well you dealing with a customer which is abroad. That also could be the way how this thing could manifest. All right, but it is something that refers to a place outside of your work, although it is connected with your work. All right, so that I think of, it could be with a customer or another company that it is far away from where you're working right now. But the thing is that this particular endeavor, this particular enterprise will set you up very well in the line of work that you are. And it does look like that you will have just about the right ingredients, okay, to make the magic happen and to breed confidence and as well a trust into everything that works with you. Okay, so that is something that you should be aware of. All right, next, Mattia. Now that I think of, it's most likely the second correspondency, most likely with another company or with a client that it is, far away from you, abroad, say. You're welcome, Nancy. All right, yeah, magic. Those are your cards on your inquiry here. Single, dating, really want a partner. These are your cards. Okay. These four. Let me give you a time frame. So here is the thing, Yellow Magic. The person whom you can have a how do you say it, a life relationship with already around you. In fact, you do consider that person, or you are about to consider that person a friend. Now the thing though, it is that you currently don't see a way how things can work out in between you two, or just you both don't see each other in a romantic light, but you are about to by the end of the summer, right? So by the end of the summer, Mattia, it's you are gonna get your next, right? I don't know why. I just focused on Nancy, and that is how I, not Nancy, but yeah, be magic. You're gonna have yours after that one, okay? So I'm sorry. Thank you for reminding me. I don't know why I kind of like mixed all that thing up, but yeah, let me magic. Yeah, it's you are about to by the end of the summer. So by the end of the summer, you will have your chance to get in such relationship, but it will require your sustenance, right? So your efforts to be sustained, and as well, kind of like your choice to say yes. Yeah, no, Nancy, it's yeah, let me magic. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a bit winded here. It's 4 a.m. in the morning. All right, next, Mattia. You're welcome. It's very personal, Mattia. Are you okay if I write it down to you? Because it's very personal. I don't know to say these things about your personal life. Is it okay if I write it down after I'm done here? Okay, we'll do so. In fact, if you have the time, um, we can call each other for just about 5 minutes. Okay, for just about 5 minutes. In fact, I'm gonna take another deck. I do need these cards to stay like they are right now. So give me a moment. Okay. All right, next, Taco. Let's see what you have, mate. Those are your card circles. So what we have is that what you should be aware of, mate, it is that certain plans of yours and also visions, you know, things that you do, vision that you do have over things are gonna fall short, unfortunately, next few days to a week because certain responsibilities are gonna kind of like, you know, loom over them and stifle the whole thing. So just for example, you know, if you do plan to play Xbox all week, that ain't happening. That is just for example, right? Because a certain kind of like a yeah, but well, for lack of better words, responsibilities are gonna definitely catch up with you, and their tendency will be kind of like undeniable, unrejectable. So prepare yourself to be busy and kind of under the word is not scrutiny, but more like a under control of the circumstances. That is just for the next few days. But it's not going to be a big deal in a sense of that we are talking about a temporary rather than a permanent plans. All right, so that this is concerns your day-to-day routine rather than a plans for the grand scheme and the big picture. So expect certain changes, right, and expect certain well, let's say it that way. This is going to be a week where, for the most part, you will have to do things in acquiescence, right? That's the best way how I can say it. All right, next, Ella. Well, I'm sorry, mate. That's what the cards are showing. I may be wrong, though. Oh, those are your couple of cards we have. So now is the moment to truly show your character and kind of like step out for yourself and demand what you have not been given for your services or for your behavior. Okay, so I'm going to try to say it that way. Next few days to a week is the time where you do show what you are made of, because whatever agenda you have, it definitely can be pushed further. You can talk about it, okay, and you will be able to get your points across. You will act in favor of it, and results are going to be established. You can storm the situation about it, and you are to be heard, right? But you gotta show a strong backbone and stand firm on your position without caving in. If you can do that, then whatever you think you are right about, whatever your self-righteousness is leading you to, that is where you're going. But something more important that you should need to know, first of all, amazing person you are. What I mean is that you should not try to play someone else just for a convenience of a someone else, but you should present yourself exactly who you are. And what was I about to say? And what you have to say does matter. Okay. So that's what those cards are showing here. All right, Karen, let's see what you have. Oh, yeah, and you do not invest in someone else's profit. You do invest only in your own profit, in your own well-being. Seven of Pentacles, Karen. Seven of Pentacles, it is what we have for you. That card shows... Well, I don't know what your situation is right now. So the card shows this balance in between the giving and the taking. So that is something you need to know. And you need to rebalance that. All right. I don't know what it means for your situation, but let me give you an example. Let's say that you are following a routine and that routine doesn't pay off, but you are keep on investing in it. Well, it's time for you to stop investing in it. All right. Or vice versa, there is a routine that actually, can I put it into words? It affects you very well, but you are not investing into it because nobody, for example, told you so. Well, then it's time for you to start doing it. Well, then you do know what that card is talking about. It's time to gain a balance here. Yeah, you need to rebalance. That is what the card is showing. And let's see what I got. So those are my cards. And it does look like that there will be some disagreements within my business. So it does look like there is going to be a rainy days out there. For what I do for living. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for tonight. And hopefully we're going to see each other next time. Until then, bye.